Hey guys, I'm Bethany Wallace with Bethany Wallace Communications and Consulting. And I have just been enamored by studying soft skills and seeking soft skills solutions on behalf of my clients and presenting on teaching soft skills to Gen Z and all these things related to soft skills for, I don't know, probably 4 years. And then recently, I kind of had this little breakthrough or aha moment when I started to consider redefining soft skills. I still think that the old definition has a lot of weight and validity, and that is that soft skills are a combination of talent and ability. That's the old definition, is talent and ability. The new definition that I thought of the other day is that what if, it's more about intrinsic motivation and choice or action instead of talent and ability. What if that's not it? And what if soft skills are a combination of intrinsic motivation and choice or action? And then my mind was just like, whoa. So let's say that a person is tardy all the time to work, late all the time. So let's look at the intrinsic motivation there. What's lacking? Well, obviously, I think when someone is late habitually, then you've got to look at perhaps they're not intrinsically motivated to arrive on time. There could be a lot of external factors keeping the person from arriving on time, but if you look and talk to the person as their manager or coach and find out, what's the issue there, then I would probably have a conversation with them about value. Where do their values lie in terms of keeping that job, in terms of their alignment with the company's values? Also, do they really value their sleep? Is that why they're not arriving on time? Because maybe they're having some issues with sleep and they value sleep more than they value the company or staying employed or whatever. Maybe they're having to keep getting their kids to work on time, and it's a super long commute and they just haven't figured out how to do both yet. And so maybe it's a matter of making both of those things work together because they really value their family and they're not willing to compromise that for a job. So sometimes getting to the root problem related to motivation and intrinsic motivation and values, just that conversation can help. Then you got to look at the choice or action component. So just because you have the conversation about intrinsic motivation and everything, you're like, oh, great, we're on the same page. You really care about this job. You care about the company. You care about the fact that you're robbing the company of time and you feel remorseful for that. And you're willing to try harder, do something different, or find a way to make up that time at the end of the day or whatever. Great. But is anything really going to change? Well, you've got to look at also that component because it's a combination of intrinsic motivation and choice or action. What can we do in terms of action? So should we as a company offer incentives? Should we provide more recognition for the things that are going right, that you are doing right as employees? Are we providing enough feedback regularly? Are we paying attention? Are we even paying attention? Who had to bring this to our attention? And then what kind of accountability measures do we have in place? What kind of performance feedback do we give? Not just like those annual reviews, but there's formative and summative assessments. Are we doing anything formative? So there's all this stuff to consider, but ultimately, if you look at it and change your model of thinking about soft skills from a combination of talent and ability and start thinking of it as an employer in terms of intrinsic motivation and values and then choice or action, it might really help you to start seeing that you potentially can have a big impact on your employees and their ability to develop, improve, and grow their soft skills. And especially if you partner with someone like me who knows about how to do those things and can join with you side by side and offer training, offer executive coaching, train people in cohorts or whatever it is that you need. So hopefully this will help you, give you a little glimmer of hope if you have people you feel are just like spiraling downward. Maybe there's potential there that you haven't seen because you just didn't know how to approach it. So you can reach out to me at BethanyWallaceCo.com.